Jake Claver makes it sound like he knows exactly when XRP will go off the charts. We have a lot of other clips too. I thought it would be fun to make a movie of the clips people have sent me over the last few days to answer their questions. Let's start right away. This is the first one. Man, we got Zachary. He asks, hey legend, do you know anything about XRP? That's also the expected schedule that you can't tell us. I'm not going to do that. Thanks for the great chat, Zach. It would be great if you were as excited as I am. Okay, that's it. He might not be able to tell us because of an NDA, but it sounds like he knows something. This clip is also his. XRP reserves are quickly running out. Before the market wakes up, you should know how the coming supply shock will work. It seems to be a hot topic among influential people. XRP has been going away from platforms for a few days now. That $50 to $100 amount isn't so crazy anymore. You're the best. Thanks for that. A lot of people still don't believe what I say. There is doubt about the domino idea. They're asking, what if that or this doesn't happen? No, I wouldn't. To be clear, Jake Claver did not come up with the domino idea. Okay, that was there a long time before Jake Claver showed up, but he changed his mind and now believes in the domino theory to fit the XRP story. Just making sure you knew that. Stay on this site and talk about it week after week, month after month, and year after year if it wasn't a sure thing. Okay, this idea about what will happen hasn't changed in 18 months for a reason, so make what you will of that. But I'm still sure about how things are going to turn out. And it's been proven right over and over again. And all the things I've talked about for the past 15 months have been slowly coming true. That should give you enough confidence to think that the rest of it will hold up so you can position yourself properly. Okay. Jake says there's no doubt it will happen. He knows what he needs to know. He's taking it apart. He also talks about how the US debt situation might be solved digitally. Let us check that out. Too old to pay off the bill? You own things. You have debts to pay. Your assets need to go up to match your debt if your debts are this high. In the event that the US government had a lot of XRP on their books that had never been checked, what would happen? This is what David Sachs said. The people doesn't know what the government thinks of crypto. The only thing we know for sure is that they have the Bitcoin that they may have sold. Let's check it out. That's a great way to do it. David Sachs is crazy. They've been there since January. We still don't know how much cryptocurrency the government has, even though it's almost November. Does anyone else think it's odd that they haven't been able to get that message across to the public? I mean, I just want to know if it's important. It's been 10 months, right? It's been almost a year. I find it strange that we don't know this knowledge. They don't even need to revalue right now. A lot of people think they'll revalue this and that they don't need to do that. They can use how the market works. They know how to set off triggers. It's up to them to set off this chain of events that will raise the price of XRP to thousands of dollars. David Schwartz says very quickly that no one can change the value of any XRP. Okay, that's not possible right now. It can happen because of things like market forces, desire, and what Jake is talking about here. No one has the power to stand up there and say, this is this though, okay? That's not possible. There would have to be a global meeting of the presidents and prime ministers of all the countries in the world to say that's what you need to do to make laws. I don't even know how you would do that right now. The law doesn't allow someone to come in and set a price on it. And if they had enough of it on their books worth thousands of dollars, it would go from $250 to $2,000, which is 700 times their money. That should be enough of an asset to cover most of the debt if they had enough of it. That's how it would work. They didn't pay it back. Just enough of their assets are worth more than their debts, so they can borrow against those assets to pay off the debt and then repay the loan. This is how we do things at Digital Wealth Partners, right? You could be your own bank. The government is its own bank. Because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency, the government has been able to print its way out of every crisis so far. What's the other side of this shift going to be like for them? They understand that. So if you knew that was going to happen, you might start a company like BlackRock and others to make sure that you stay on top of this transition and are the global leader. You would do this by getting out of the way and making sure that everything went smoothly so that you still had an edge over other countries. I'll play this clip that was just sent to me with XRP. You're not just making another investment, you're making a family wealth event that might only happen once in a lifetime. It's strange that people don't believe me. I'm not sure. On one side, I know the sounds. I need to try to cast and fix it. I'm truly sorry. If I don't say this, it's hard for me to get people to understand what this product is and how much it will be worth in 5 to 10 years. There will never be another chance for me to make this much money in such a short amount of time. It's not likely that you could make that much money in such a short time, even if you were breaking the law, like I've seen other people do it. It's been some shady stuff or drugs, like to put money into something. Other people have done it, and I've seen them do it myself. They hold on to it, don't do anything, and make so much money that I know is coming to this network and this asset that it has never existed before. I don't think it will ever happen again. I can't say that again now. For sure, this is something that will only happen once in my lifetime. I believe this is a just once deal for many generations. I agree with Jake. One time in a lifetime, once every generation, or once every other generation. I agree very much. Jake also shared this. A new golden age for the US-Japan relationship was just posted by the White House. This is the mark. I checked to see if there was anything about Ripple and XRP. Of course, that's what I wanted to know. The deal between the US and Japan on October 28, 2025, called the New Golden Age. It is a well-known strategic framework that aims to improve economic security and growth between the two countries. It confirms that both countries are committed to working together more on important issues like trade, rare earths, advanced technology, and economic security. This builds on previous deals and a joint statement released in 2025. The main goal of this deal is to strengthen economic and technological links between the US and Japan. It was signed by Donald Trump, who is president of the US, and Sane Takichi, who is the new Prime Minister of Japan. The scope includes trade, business, and a way for the US and Japan to work together on important minerals and technology. The real goal of this fund is to get 550 billion yen in investments from Japan in the US. There are official papers about Ripple and XRP in the White House release, the press release, and the government summaries. It doesn't say anything about Ripple or XRP in the main text. I just thought I'd bring that up. Then, of course, Deanna adds her voice. XP liquidity alert. Why you might not be able to sell XRP at its highest price. This looks like another Jay Claver that someone sent me. The CEO of Digital Ascension Group, Jay Claver, just dropped some big news. Every person who owns XRP needs to know this news. If you know this, you might not lose as much money when the market goes vertical or when XRP moons.